Welcome back everybody. This is race 2 from round 5, Elite 1 League here at Nurburgring GP circuit. Just about to go lights out. Molly on pole, Mighty Ginge in second, so Molly rear wheel drive and Mighty Ginge front wheel drive. Let's see how this goes. Lights out, here we go. Yeah, Molly gets a good start. Mighty Ginge down to third now. Down to fourth. Not too bad for a front wheel drive, only lost a couple of places. Molly got the inside line. We've got Infinity though in the 4-wheel drive Subaru making a great charge. Can he get in? So he's in first place. So Infinity through into first. Molly in second currently. Can he fight back? Infinity covering the line. We'll just go on board a little bit further back. So P1 rear wheel here. We've got Mutt in the Audi TT in 12th in front. P1 Don in the Corvette in 11th. Further up, Angus. You've got me in 7th. B rated in 7th at this moment in time. Just behind Ghost Realm. So tucked in pretty close. A little bumping and bashing through the hairpin there. Let's have a look. So up JPH in second, Molly, sorry, into third. Molly still in second. Infinity though, pulling a bit of a gap. JPH though, he's through into second place, so took a wider line through the left-hander. Just having a look back, so Ghost Realm, me in 7th, the TT starting to make their way back up through the grid. Obviously always bad on the start. Got Haz pulling to the side and he kind of blends out of the throttle, so I don't know if he's letting people pass, but it was very appreciative. So everybody moved up a little bit, so I'm now in 6th. Mighty Ginge just in front in the Scirocco. We've got Molly kind of clipping the curb a little bit sideways off it. For Boogie up to 8th, so bearing in mind he started right near the back. Molly goes wide though, clips the curb and comes back on, and yeah, Mighty Ginge manages to kind of go through. Unfortunately, that is the end of my race, so damage and yeah, bad attitude, so I pulled out after that. Concentrating further, so got Dangly Ball in 10th in the other Scirocco. Got P1 rear wheel in 11th. Yeah, that crash did affect a few people. Easily done on this very, very narrow circuit. So we're now on the green hell in the dark. Got Angus in 3rd place, putting JPH with Fabugi in 4th. Fabugi came up 4 places through that accident, so now in 4th place, putting Angus under all sorts of pressure. Back up front, JPH right on the back of Infinity, pushing him hard. Oh, Infinity going a little bit wide. Now side by side, but yeah, Infinity got the inside for the left-hander, so JPH having to back out of it. Might get a second opportunity soon though. So still on board. Just having a look back, so for Boogie, Desperately trying to get past Angus. Running very close here. Sparks coming off the back of that 650. Oh, and he loses the back end over the bump. So as the car goes light over the crest, does the right thing though here. Sits and waits till the field is clear before rejoining. So rejoins back in last place behind Chris Mack. So bit of a shocker there. Back to the front though. We were watching this battle just before. Kind of going to get to see it again. Ghost Realm now in third, Angus in fourth. Obviously Haz now has moved up into fifth. Mighty Ginge 6th, Molly 7th, P1 Don 8th. So these three though, it's got Molly, P1 Don and Dangly Ball all running very close together. Oh, and we've got Molly. Oh, and P1 Don's gone off. Molly's hit the wall. Ghosted, slowed down, probably caused some confusion. So Mighty Ginge, Haz and Mutt 6th, 7th and 8th. Mutt going for the inside there. It's going to put him on the outside of the turn, very close, and gets pushed a little bit wide. Haz had the inside. Oh, and there's all sorts of stuff going on. Molly off track. Mutt makes it through into 6th. No damage. P1 rear wheel right behind him in the NSX. So back up to kind of where we were before. So back up to 5 minutes 20. Lots of action to cover in now. It's a minute and a half. Still early on in this race though. 30-minute race plus finishing time. Makes this video 43 minutes long. If you want to see who wins, you probably need to skip to the end. Lots of action going on before that though. Under pressure from P1 rear wheel. That NSX is mighty quick. The TT, with it being quite light, front wheel drive, kind of bounces over all the bumps. It's not the easiest handling car around this track. It's quick, particularly out of corners. You know, once you get off second gear, third gear, fourth gear, we'll go on board with P1 rear wheel. Carousel 1. You've got to admire the lighting effects on Gran Turismo. Looks fantastic. Just going on board now with Chris Mack further back. He's got for Boogie now in 9th, so he was in 13th, so he's already made up 4 places. He's hunting Chris down. Very rare mistake from Fubuki before. Put him last. Yeah, you see Fubuki closing on him. Behind that, we've got Dangly Ball in 10th. Moley in 11th now. 12th, P1 Don. He's having a bit of a mess, so very fast driver, but Corvette just not liking the green hell. And poor Haz was running well in the middle of the pack and is now in last. Oh, we've got Chris Mack a little bit off track. So P1 rear wheel, Chris Mack, and then for Boogie, Team Michelin. Oh, and Chris goes wide, so Fubuki's gone through. He blends out of it as well to let Fubuki past. Good racing that, boys. Well done, Chris. A bit further up, Mighty Ginge now in the Scirocco. Setting some good sectors. Angus in the F-Type. Ghost Realm in 3rd, doing well in the TT. First though, we've got JPH, so he's got past Infinity. And he's starting to pull away. We're going to go back and have a look at that. See there where we get to. Hopefully I won't go back to... So it was fairly early on. So 4 minutes 30. Let's have a look. JBH right on him. He's gonna, yeah, takes the right hand, gets better drive off that corner. There's a left-hander here, but it's not that tight. But then we've got the right-hander, and he's got the inside line. So it keeps it neat and tidy. Infinity tucks in behind. So that's where that happened. Lots of action in those first 5 minutes. Ghost Realm in a solid 3rd place. Angus in 4th. Mighty Ginge in 5th. 6th we've got Mutt. He's under pressure from P1 rear wheel though. Still there. That NSX. Quick round here. And then a little bit further back we've got 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th and 13th all pretty close together. P1 done. Obviously must have had an incident. Haas has made it up to 10th, so he wasn't 13th, so, and it looks like there's possibly going to be another incident here. So, oh, Morley's had a massive one. Did he take Haas? Oh, and it's still going on. A nightmare. I don't think there's any fresh paint left on that car. Poor Morley having a mare. Dangly Ball in 10th, P1 done, kind of into 12th, and we've got Haas recovering in 13th. Morley carrying front and rear damage, wheel damage to the left, so that will reset after some time, so that it will disappear as it's doing so now. So damage is gone. Damage is set to light in this series. I've just noticed he is on racing mediums on the front end, which just, okay, the tyres aren't going to wear, but it just struggles to then bite into those corners, and you really need the front end to guide the car around this circuit. There are so many corners. I'd give you the names, but my German isn't very good, so... So, the Nordschleife, which is the part we're on now, 12.93 miles, 154 corners. So probably almost impossible to learn them all. We know we have some really, really good experts around this track. I'm certainly not one of them. I do love it, but it is... It doesn't really invite overtaking too much because it is very, very narrow. And you've got to trust the person beside you if you're overtaken. Excuse me. We've got Ghost Realm now catching up to Infinity. There's a TT coming into its own. So now this is the 24-hour circuit. I said GP circuit before. I do apologise. It is the 24-hour circuit that we're doing. So we will go on to the GP part of Nurburgring and then back onto the Nordschleife. Ghost Realm just a little bit aware to those fronts. He's on super softs. Subaru just in front of him though, not far away. Hard on the brakes for this section. And then we're straight onto the GP circuit, onto the start-finish straight. Pits just on the right. So the top three haven't pitted. It's got JPH, Infinity, and then we've got Ghost Realm. Got Angus behind there. Angus McCode in the F-Type, Mighty Ginge in the Scirocco, Mud in the Audi TT. For Boogie into the pits. So an early tyre change for Boogie. So he's back on to super softs. Where's that going to drop him out? He's going to lose quite a bit of time. I think everybody's going to probably have to pit unless you are on racing hards. JPH driving really, really well here. Infinity not really closing up. Very little wear on those tyres as well, so he's managing it well. Team HKS in first place. Let's just have a look right at the back. So we've got Haas in last. Fabugi came out in 10th place, so he's got it all to do again. Moley in 11th. Further up, got P1 rear wheel in 9th. We've got Dangly Ball. I'd imagine most people are going to pit this lap, so on lap 2, goes a little bit wide, goes deep into that corner. P1 rear wheel though, can he get past? He's on board, he's gone a little bit wide again. Surely this is going to let that NSX up the inside. Dangly Ball giving him plenty of room. Yeah, he's blended out of it, tucked in behind. Left and then right. And then we've got the left-hander, second gear left-hander onto the Nordschleifer. Here we go. Let's have a look further. So Fabugi in 9th now, so he's got past Dangly Ball as well. On board with Fabugi. Again, he loves that windscreen wiper. That's all I can say. Gotta love the sounds when you're on board. All the banging and clattering. Sounds like a real race car. Further back there in 11th we've got P1 Dawn, Moley in 12th, Haas is back in 13th. P1 Dawn still is hybrid of tyres, so racing soft on the front, super softs on the rear. Yeah, Chevrolet just not designed for lots of corners. Great in a straight line. Back to the front, JPH. Picked up a little penalty, but still got plenty of time there. Behind that though, Ghost Realm has got into second, so he's got past Infinity. Sorry I missed that, chaps. Yeah, having a great race. So 2 Audis, first and second, Subaru in 3rd. 4th we've got a Jaguar, 5th we've got the Scirocco, 6th we've got a TT, 7th we've got a TT, and then we have a 650S McLaren in 8th. So still a long way to go. 13 minutes into this 30-minute race, plus finishing time. Just going on board with Angus. So Fabuki got past Chris Mack. On board with P1 rear wheel in the NSX. Oh, he's gone wide. Just hits the fence, but lost some time. Might put him under pressure from Dangly Ball. Yeah, Dangly ball now getting right onto the rear bumper. Got P1 done in 11th flying round. Up front though, JPH still pretty comfortable. Ghost Realm pulling a little bit of a gap to Angus. Yeah, Angus right with him now, putting him under some pressure. Still maintaining second place for Ghost Realm. Oh, a little sideways drift there, but held it well. JPH up front. Or Infinity, he's had a bit of a spin, half spin over the curbing. Still in 4th though. Angus through though. Mighty Ginge in 5th. 6th we've got Mutt. 7th we've got for Boogie. P1 rear wheel in 8th. So So 8th, 9th and 10th. 11th. Still close together. Morley in 12th, Haas 13th. Poor Hyundai just not feeling it round this track. It is a good handling car, but again, maybe that combination of mediums on the front hasn't really worked. So the combined circuit with these two together, as we see, Angus got past Ghost Realm. Ghost Realm back in the slipstream. Pulls back out. On board. That F-type though, quick, slippery through the air and quick in a straight line. Still see JPH in 1st. Ghost Realm just coming off the power there, just getting ready for this sharp right-hander here. So 2nd gear up on the curbing. Curbing on the left. Who's into the pits though? Who's into the pits? So JPH is pitted. So we've got Angus in 1st place, Ghost Realm in 2nd. I think if I was in the TT, I think I would have probably pitted then, because I think this next lap on some used super softs is going to be quite tricky. JPH out in 3rd though, so he had a good gap to Mutt, who is now in 4th. For Boogie in 5th, that's down to Infinity and Mighty Ginge pitting. So some stats for you. So with a combined circuit, presently 15.770 miles, 170 turns. The lap record is an 8 minute 18 second, and it was by a Porsche 911 GT3R, and that was originally Dirk Werner, because he's German. And then again in 2018, 24 hours Nurburgring FIA GT3 car. So that's the race lap record. Formula 1 obviously don't use the combined circuit. They only use the GP. Here we go, on with for Boogie now. Put Mutt under pressure. Up the hill here. Braking just before the 100-meter board. 3rd gear, apex. And then we've got this right-hander, a long right-hander, on board with Mutt. Looking back for Boogie in 5th, 6th we can see Infinity after his pit stop. For Boogie well in the slipstream now. Is he going to make a move? Yes he is. Takes that left-hander. Then over to the right. Sorry, some dodgy camera work for myself. Through here, 2nd gear. Now onto the Nordschleife. I don't know why. Whenever I say that, I need to put on some form of accent, but yeah, it's quite funny to me. Coming down the hill. Infinity catching up to Mutt. Obviously, Infinity on fresh rubber. Crackle from the exhaust on the Audi TT. Mighty Ginge 7th, P1 Ton in 8th, having another off. Puts him under pressure from rear wheel. Clean tyres, Team Samsung. 10th, Chris Mack, dangly ball. Still all to play out. We've still got another lap, possibly 2 to go. Poor Haas. I don't think he's enjoying the green hell too much. Angus still in 1st, Ghost Realm in 2nd, JBH in 3rd, but JBH has pitted, so he's a bit further back. But he's certainly, if these two have to pit, he's going to be in a good position. For Boogie's already pitted, so if he can make his tyres last, he's not going to have to pit again. I think Mutt's gone for a no-stopper. I'll have to have a look at that. So apologies, this video has been a little bit late. Just lots on at the moment. Try and get Friday's videos uploaded as soon as possible. Angus having a great race in 1st. How long back to... Yeah, we can just see JBH there. His lights shining on the barrier. Not far behind now. First and 2nd, and here's 3rd, just behind. Excuse me. So just coming up to 23 minutes. But again, things can always change on this track. Ghost Realm as well, certainly looking a little bit closer to Angus. GPH in 3rd. Where is he? Here he is. Here's the lights. Definitely closing in. So if these guys have to pit, I'm going to predict JPH. Oh, and Ghost Realm goes wide. Doesn't lose the position at this stage, but it's going to put him under pressure. JBH on board now. First carousel, he's going to be able to sniff those exhaust fumes. I think as well the difference in tyres. Obviously TT is a front wheel drive, so as well as obviously providing the drive, it's also the steering, which is not ideal, but it does have some benefits, as in there's no centre prop shaft. It's a small short wheelbase car, so handles really well. It's quite light, so But yeah, you can see JPH now has caught up at least a second, but goes what JPH goes wide. Just manages to keep that in line, but you can hear the tyre squeal. Clips that inside curb, but that then pushes you wide. I think Ghost Realm holding on here. It's letting Angus get away. Further back though, some good close racing. So we've got Fabuki now in 4th, but we've got Mutt in 5th. Those racing softs on the front. Probably getting to nearly 30% down. Got Mighty Ginge behind though, all over the back of him. Oh, and a little nudge. Oh, Mighty Ginge though, he stops and waits. Absolute gentleman. Lets Mutt get back onto the circuit and racing resumes. "25 minutes. Oh, got Mighty Ginge definitely taking the shorter line there over the grass. Yeah, gets a bit of a penalty, so just under half a second. These aren't enforced this season, so he can lose that as he goes. There we go, through the carousel. So coming up to the long straight part before we hit the GP circuit. Just off this right-hander. So 2 equally matched cars in terms of performance, but I'd expect Mighty Ginge to go through. Just on the fact of slipstream. Infinity just in the background there. So Mighty Ginge into 5th place, Mutt into 6th. Mutt will tuck back in though. Never want to give up. Mutt's coming back at him now. We've got a left-hander just under this bridge. Slight left. We're going to start to come up a hill, and then it's a left, and then on the brake. So here we go, and then hard on the brake. So Mighty Ginge back into 5th place. So side by side all the way along the straight. And who's going to pit? Anyone going to pit? Mighty Ginge not pitting, Mutt's not pitting, and neither is Infinity because he's already pitted. But behind, we can now see obviously Angus and Ghost Realm both pitted, so they're out in 3rd and 4th place. For Boogie with an amazing recovery drive into 2nd, and JPH out front in 1st. So it must have been very close though coming out of the pits, because Angus is right behind for Boogie, so very, very close. When I'm watching this, it kind of makes me think I wish I hadn't quit. But saying that, the green hell is exactly that to me, the green hell. Ghost Realm having a good race. Mighty Ginge in 5th again. Strong performance. Mutt in 6th. So decided not to pit. And we are definitely on the last lap. So this video now 34 minutes, another 9 minutes to go. Apologies for listening to me bleed on. P1 Don now in 9th. Dangly Ball in 10th. 11th Chris Mack. Moley in 12th. And it looks like has parked it in the pits. Oh, hasn't. He was in the pits. He's back out. Apologies, Has. I thought you'd parked up, mate. JBH in 1st, though. Straight to the front. For Bookie behind. So if positions finish as they are now, we would have Fubuki in first place in the league. We'd have P1 Don in second. We'd have Angus in third. We'll have Dangly Ball in fourth. We'll have P1 Rear Wheel in fifth. JPH 99 would be in sixth. Bailey would be in seventh. Myself, B Rated, would be in eighth. Ninth would be Chris 74 Mac. 10th Infinity Decals. 11th Mighty Ginge. 12th Mutt 36, came into the league late. 13th has 91. 14th Moley. 15th would be MRC Buddy, who we haven't seen this season, and Tricky Tree 74, who we also haven't seen this season. Or if we did, we saw them in the first race and that was it. But that's based on positions more or less staying where they are. So on Friday we raced at Spa in the Ferraris and Suzuka. So I hope to bring you those videos. What I might do is put those two videos together as one. That then leads us, that would be round 6. Round 7 is Interlagos and Yamajiwa and Miyabi. That's round 7th. And then the last round is everybody's favourite, Alsace Village and Circuit de la Sarthe. So all I can tell you is that's going to be an interesting last race for sure. You know, the top two, Fubuki and P1 Don, you know, are quite far ahead in the championship. So Fubuki, if he finishes in this position, will be at 168 points. P1 Don, let's see, yeah, if he finishes in the position he's in, it would be on 158. So 10 points between them. So P1 Don's going to have to kind of make sure he wins all the remaining races. And let's have a look. Based on next week's Suzuka, yeah, possibility. You know, it is a power circuit, but it's got lots of corners on it. Then we've got Yamajiwa and Miyabi. I think I'd rather be in a Porsche for that one, to be honest, than a Corvette. But you know, it's all about the driver, so we shall see. Fubuki's already said kind of all of the remaining tracks he more or less likes. So, but 10 points between the two of them. JBH still in first place, but he has got Fubuki though closing up. But we are now getting to the business end of this race. Oh, JBH making a couple of little errors there. Puts Fubuki right on the back of him. Gonna have to defend like crazy for the rest of this race. Luckily quite tight and twisty through these few sections. However, we all are coming up to the second carousel and the straight, which might put him under some pressure. Fubuki looking down the inside. These two are so close. It feels like he couldn't fit a cigarette paper down there. Oh, Fubuki's got the inside. Oh, and a little nudge. A little nudge. Fubuki comes off the power. He feels that was maybe a little bit of his fault. Slows right down. Lets JBH back through. He's not a massive threat in the championship, JBH, so again, some good racing from these guys. Very respectful. For Boogie though, he's in the slipstream. JBH covers him off, but he's definitely going to be vulnerable along here. So 650's out. He has got the drive, so he is going past. 7th gear in the 650S, only 6 in the Audi though. But again, the Audi's coming back. So for Boogie, maybe went too early. Let's see what happens here. Going to be brave trying to take this right hand on the outside, but if he can stick there, yeah, brakes later. Cracking overtake from JBH. Can he hold position? Can he hold the position? First place, we've got for Boogie right behind him. This is it, final lap, lap 4. Excellent racing, chaps. Well done JPH. Well earned win there. Behind that for Boogie, 3rd was Angus, 4th was Ghost Realm again. Chaps, brilliant racing throughout that. Well done on those positions. Mighty Ginge coming up in 5th place to cross the line. Then we've got Mutt in 6th. Infinity behind that in 7th. Got P1 rear wheel finishing in 8th. P1 Don in 9th, so he's made up a few places, lots and lots of spins from that. And then behind that in 10th we've got Dangly Ball, Chris Mack in 11th, Moley in 12th, and finishing it all off we've got Haz in 13th. I think he's got a while to cross the line there. So once again, if you've watched all 42 minutes and 23 seconds, I kind of feel sorry for you, but thank you very much. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click the subscribe button. I'll not tell you how many I've got to go, but it's still a lot before I can retire and just make money off YouTube. Don't make a single penny at the moment. And again, if you've liked it, please like it. I will try and get a little bit more up to date. And hopefully the workload is a little bit less now with coming into October. But absolutely brilliant racing, chaps. It was great to commentate. Always looks good in the dark. Moley in the other 650S just coming in 12th. And then we've got Haz, who is in last place, coming up. So don't forget to check back. Next week we have Spa in the Ferrari 458s. And then we've got Suzuka in the cars of our choice. So hopefully see you again next week.